Have you ever felt carried away by your own mind, as if each thought were a current pulling you under? Fear, doubt, self-criticism. They arise suddenly, and for a moment, you believe them to be true. Yet there is a quiet insight waiting for you. You are not your thoughts. Imagine a friend, or even yourself, speaking harshly in your mind. Pause and notice. Do you trust every word they say? If you've lived long enough, you've realized that thoughts are not always trustworthy. They're fleeting signals shaped by circumstance, habit, and hidden fears. They are visitors, not permanent residents. Your mind is like a mirror reflecting experiences, emotions, and memories. What you see in it is real, but only for a moment. Recognizing this is the first step toward freedom. It is the beginning of seeing your mind not as a captor, but as a landscape to explore with curiosity and patience. Ask yourself, what is this thought? Who is it speaking to? Am I the thought or the one noticing it? Let these questions echo. In moments of tension, when anxiety tugs at your chest or doubt whispers, pausing to observe creates a space where you are no longer immediately swept away. Impermanence, Anicca. All thoughts, all feelings, all experiences rise and fall. This is impermanence, known in Buddhism as Anicca. Nothing lasts. The anxiety tightening your chest, the irritation flaring in traffic, the shame resurfacing from old mistakes, they are temporary. Picture your thoughts as waves on the surface of a vast ocean. Some are calm, some stormy, yet none disturb the depth beneath. That depth is your awareness, always present, unshaken by passing currents. Life teaches this truth subtly. Yesterday's anger can feel distant today. Yesterday's shame softens with time. Recognizing impermanence softens the intensity of mental turbulence. It reminds you, this too shall pass, and you do not have to cling. And yet, beneath these waves of passing experience, currents run deeper than we often realize. Hidden currents, Anusaya. Beneath the surface of consciousness lie subtle currents, latent tendencies that shape our reactions. Perhaps a careless remark sparks anger, or praise ignites craving. These are habits, grooves etched deep by experience, often invisible until you pause. Observing them is transformative. Imagine noticing that a small irritation always triggers harsh self-talk. With gentle attention, you illuminate the hidden architecture of your mind. Awareness becomes a guide, allowing choice to emerge naturally. You pause, breathe, and decide how to respond, rather than being carried by unseen forces. Real life shows this repeatedly. When we react immediately, we often regret our words or actions. But pausing, even for a single breath, gives clarity. Life does not stop the waves, but you learn to surf instead of being submerged. And when these patterns shape our reactions without our knowing, they can veil the truth of who we are. Ignorance. Avijjā, at the root of much suffering, is a subtle misperception, the belief that passing thoughts and emotions are the self. I am anxious. I am not enough. I am angry. These are stories told by the mind, not the truth of your being. Practicing awareness, simply noticing the distinction between thought and observer, loosens the chains that bind you. In daily life, this can look like stepping back when self-doubt arises. Instead of reacting, you ask, is this thought a reflection of reality or a passing cloud? This pause, this act of seeing clearly, transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for freedom. And yet, even with this insight, there are forces within that seek to distract, to pull, to disturb our calm. Inner obstacles, Mara. In Buddhism, Mara represents the forces that prevent awakening. In everyday life, Mara is fear, distraction, craving, or self-doubt. It appears whenever desire pulls one way and fear another. Recognize Mara not as a judgment, but as a messenger. Ask, what is stirring this thought? What desire, fear, or habit gives it life? Naming it gently, fear, longing, self-criticism, diminishes its authority. Awareness is the key. Once you see the current, you can navigate it. You're no longer a passive passenger. And when you meet these obstacles with calm observation, clarity begins to arise naturally, showing a path beyond reaction. Seeing clearly, Vipassanā. Insight meditation, or Vipassanā, is the practice of watching the mind without clinging or resisting. In everyday life, it can be as simple as this. When a thought arises, worry, irritation, longing, label it. Thinking, feeling, planning. Do not chase it, do not suppress it, do not argue with it. Let it pass naturally. Notice how this small act changes your relationship with your mind. Patterns that once trapped you become visible. Thoughts lose urgency. Anxiety becomes a passing visitor, not a permanent resident. Ask yourself, who am I in this moment? Am I this thought, or the one observing it? Let the question echo through your day. It is like a bell calling you into presence. Even in the middle of ordinary life, while washing dishes, walking, or commuting, this observation cultivates clarity and calm. And when you weave these moments together, the mind's constant chatter softens, and a spacious awareness emerges, ready to meet each moment with quiet presence. Living with awareness. In the quiet moments between thought and reaction, you discover the space where freedom resides. When a wave of fear rises, pause and breathe, noticing it without judgment. When self-doubt whispers, trace its roots gently, acknowledging its presence while letting it pass. When desire stirs, watch it arise and dissolve without grasping, like clouds moving across an open sky. Each thought is a visitor. You are the vast awareness in which it appears. In daily life, walking, washing dishes, waiting for a train, these ordinary moments become opportunities to see clearly, to act consciously, and to inhabit the calm that is always available. Each breath, each pause, each gentle observation is a step toward reclaiming your mind, not by forcing change, but by simply noticing and allowing. Through this practice, life ceases to be a struggle against the mind and becomes a journey of gentle observation. Each moment offers the chance to see clearly, to act consciously, and to inhabit the freedom that is already yours. The mind's currents are observed, understood, and released, leaving the vast sky of your awareness unshaken, open, and at peace. If this wisdom resonates with you, please like this video and subscribe to join us on the path of conscious living.